Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hi Deb, hi Dawn, hi Dana, hi Yvonne. How is everyone today? I hope you are all well. Ooh, party time. That's always good. Well, you just lay back and relax. That's all that you need to do, Dawn. So, as you can see, we've got things out. Let me know if the sound quality is good and whatnot. I was over watching Manya Gates color and draw fire, and I went to come over here and get things started, and my computer said, "No, you need to restart now." It's like, no, I don't want to restart now. Good to hear that you're doing well as well, Yvonne. So we've got a couple of things on the go. I've got the Benny Blue because I still have a to be colored in here. So we're going to color on Benny Blues a Batman for hashtag Supers in September. Okay, good. Yes, we will be coloring some Benny. Hello, Melissa. How are you feeling, hun? Aw, well, happy anniversary. It was mine and my husband's anniversary on Monday. We sat back and watched TV and had a glass of wine, and all was good with the world. And another thing that we've got to do today, because we still got to do our hugs, and we've got our squid hug today. It's so cute. They look like little aliens, but they're squids. So we'll be coloring that as well. You had cake. Awesome. So, which one should we do first, Benny or the hug? I think we should do the hug first, just in case Benny takes forever, because I'm using Holbein's, so it might take a while. Because I'm so gentle with them. I've had them for a year, and some of them haven't even been sharpened. I'm terrified to use them. Thank you. Yeah, it was our 13th wedding anniversary. So we've been married for 13 years and we've been together for 17. Yeah, something like that. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, going out to dinner. Well, you be careful and you know take your time. Make sure that your back doesn't get too sore. Oh, you used Holbein's on today's hug too, Deb? Nice. I haven't looked because I haven't colored it yet, so I haven't looked. I don't look until I post mine, and that way I don't feel like I've copied somebody. But great minds think alike, and we end up copying anyway. 9 years. Awesome. Well, congratulations. All right. So we might have a special guest pop into chat a little bit later on too. Manya said that she might stop on over. Well, hopefully she does because I love her work and she's such a sweet lady. Oh, that's nice. All right, so I'm going to switch on over to the close-up camera. We're going to put the hug in the camera view and turn on the light here a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. And then we're going to take some burgundy and we're going to do some burgundy here. I'm going to color these like they're natural squid because Because they're pretty colors. Squids are so pretty. If you actually look at one, they've got all sorts of colors, some reds, some purples, some pink, some coral colors, some ivories. You know, if you actually look at a squid, they've got a lot of really nice colors in them. They're just a little slimy, so they're hard to look at. Nice, Dana. You drew a mandala. That's awesome. I can't draw things. I'm horrible at drawing. So I'm just doing the areas that look like they're clothes. They're not actually clothes, but well, I guess they're squid clothes because they're always wearing them. If you look at a squid with its legs and everything down, they're they actually look like they have little dresses on, so I'm doing this with burgundy, which is number 80. I'm just putting in some shadow areas and we'll be playing off of them. Alright, I think this part here. Okay. And then we're going to get, let's see, raisin. I think my burgundy was in the wrong spot because I don't have raisin next to it. I think I put my burgundy in the wrong spot. I think I moved things around and didn't change my color chart. Well, they are squid clothes. So just going in a little bit darker with the raisin. Look like they're wearing little squiddy dresses. I won't say what the squid look like in natural form, but you know, it's an adult coloring channels, but still won't say it. All right, now I'm going to go into the legs with the raisin. I think I'm maybe, do you guys want to be up closer? Hi, Alex. You're walking home from work. You be safe. Yeah, exactly, Deb. You know exactly what it looks like. Do you guys want me to zoom it in a little bit? Hi, Stacy. Thank you very much for your suggestions for Tips and Tricks Tuesday. I appreciate them. I'm going to zoom this in just a touch so you guys can see it a little bit better. Whoop. Yeah, that's good. That's better. It's like, what did you say, Deb? And I noticed it. You spelled her name wrong. It's like, why are you saying sorry? What did I miss? Should I be sorry? Oh no, I'm gonna have to sharpen this one. Not getting that the sharp tip area to get into some of those smaller areas. I'm just so paranoid of sharpening them. I'm the same way with my Phoenix color ones too. They're so pretty. I just don't want to sharpen them. Makes me cry. You might be more of a collector than a colorist if you can't sharpen your pencils. You can't bring yourself to sharpen your pencils. Alright, I think that's all of the darkest areas. Yeah, I gotta sharpen it. Yes, exactly. Those Phoenix colors are on sale. Where? I noticed that, well, I have them posted for being available on Amazon, but I haven't looked at them in a while on AliExpress. Maybe I should look at them on Ally. Not like I need another set or anything. Alright, I think that's... I keep on saying that and then I see something else that needs a little bit more. I think this is an arm. Yeah. I'm not sure. They've got arms going everywhere. Typical squids. Yeah, yeah, that's the ones that are available on Amazon. I have them listed on my my deals of the day. The only thing about getting them from AliExpress is they're usually a little bit cheaper. They do take long, just as long to get to you, but you don't have that guarantee like you do with Amazon. Okay. Alright, so that's enough of that color. And now we're going to go in with some pink. Some pink, pink, pink. So we're going to use this one, I think. Oh, my chart is all over the place. I have not redone my Holbein chart. Probably why I don't use them very often. So I'm going in with some Cosmos. Hi Viking! How are you? Oh, that's really cheap for the colors. Yeah, they keep on coming on sale from weird sites and weird spelling, so I can't find them very well. So this one is going to have that pink tone to it. The other one is going to have a little bit more of a cream tone to it. Cream with the purples, and this one is going to be the pink with the purples. I'm just putting in the lightest pink now, and then we'll build off of that color. Hi, Catherine. How are you? Hi, Paul, Anne, and Henry. I hope all of you are doing very well today, behaving and all that fun stuff. I'm doing good, doing good. Cannot complain. Well, I could, but there's no point. Yes, please. Be careful walking home. It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon where she is, so she's probably got lots of kids walking home with her, so. I was close. I tried. Sorry, Anna and Harvey. Don't dislike me now. I was close. I tried. I'm terrible with names. I'm surprised I got Paul right. So, Anna, Paul, and Harvey. Like I said, I'm surprised I got Paul right. Okay, just putting in a little bit brighter pink there. Blending into that lighter pink. This one is Azalea, number 448. Okay. Then we're going to come off of that purple. So have I. I have done that as well. Or when you're mad, you call the child you're chastising every name in the house except theirs. Yeah, done that before too. And just going back over it with the Cosmos. Hi, Ambient. Hi, Lisa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think it's called Stand By Me here. Don't get me started. I cannot sing, and now I've got a song stuck in my head. Alright, so now I'm going to take this brighter pink here, darken up the edges here a little bit, and then we're going to go into her arms here just really lightly. Figure out which ones are hers, his, its. And then into the legs as well. Into the tentacles. Does it take everybody else who's doing these hugs as long as it takes me to do them? Because, you know, for such a small picture, it sure does take me a while to color them. Alright, I think that is it for hers. And then we're going to take this color here, which is, no, I don't want salmon, I want coral. So we're going to take some coral, and we're going to just blend into that purple and pink. And I know I haven't done her head yet, but that's on purpose. Alright, so now we're going to take this pink here. I'm going to do her arms here. This one, I think. And this one. I think that's all of them. The mark art are like Nione. They're a duplicate of Nione. Okay, so I gotta cry over in the corner for a minute. Oh, what did I miss, Alex? Hi, Joyce. Okay. As long as it's a different song, because now I got that song stuck in my head. Oh, I'm sorry, ambient. Yeah, I'm using the Holbeins. Alex. Well, hopefully you get to color today. Yeah, the Nione are a very, very nice pencil. If you have the Mark Arts, they are exactly the same. The Arteza and the Mark Art are different. I have compared them. They're a different feel altogether. So I'm going through on her head here with the azalea. Putting those shadows in. The Mark Arts are um, if you have the Obos, they're a little bit softer than the Obos. I'm trying to compare them. They're a really nice, soft, oil-based pencil. They do feel a lot like the Holbeins. The Holbeins are just a lot smoother. Um, if you don't have the Niones or the Mark Arts, it's really kind of um, they're a little bit softer than the Starjoy. I'm trying to think of different pencils that a lot of people have. They are harder than the Prisma, and they're an oil base, not a wax base. So I'm going through with the coral and coming off of that pink. And then we're going to take that pink and we're just going to start blending it in a little bit into the coral. And we're going to take that coral and just blend it in a little bit more. Yeah, they're not a duplicate for them, but the Color 240s are definitely not the same as the Color 180s. They are different. The Color 180 and the Brute Funer 180 are identical, but the Color 240s are different. Okay, just going to go back in. Did I miss Rita coming in? Hi, Rita! And hello, everyone that I may have missed. I'm coloring the hug for today, and hopefully it won't take me forever, because it does seem to take me forever to do my hugs. I'm really liking the Holbeins on this paper though. As you all know, the Hug-A-Day is done on an actual book. It's not a coloring book. So the paper in this book is like newspaper. So trying to get a layer effect on the paper is a little bit more difficult, and it's doing quite well actually. Yes, the mark art are a little bit softer than the color. The 240 colors anyway. I don't have the 180 colors. I did have the 180 brute funers and I returned them because I didn't like them. They were hard, they were scratchy. The 240 colors are completely different. But the Star Joys, I was using those yesterday for Tips and Tricks Tuesday. And for Collection Mania Monday, I used the Star Joys this week, and they are a little bit softer than the colors. Did I say colors? I meant Star Joy. Is what I was using all week. I'm comparing them to the colors, and the Star Joy are softer. I hope that makes sense. So now I'm going over with ivory and just blending that all together and going into these little spots, and I'll outline the little spots with a little bit of yellow, and just making sure that I have everything put together here on her. And we're going to take cream and we're going to do her spots. Doing the small ones in full color, the larger ones just with the cream on the edge, and letting the ivory be in the center. Like so. Now her little button down here, we're going to actually grab a little bit of luminous rose. For her little suction cup. Don't know why they put the suction cup there, but okay. Yeah, don't do that, Jennifer. You'll end up in the hole, I promise. Alright, so now we're going to use, on him, we're going to use a little bit more of an orange. So we're going to use apricot. We're not going to put the pink on him. We're just going to go straight from the purple to the apricot. Same with down here on his legs. Oop. That is open space, and I just colored it apricot. That's okay, I'll grab the eraser. Turn the book here a little bit so I can get into the arm. we're going to take a little bit of tangerine and we're going to use that as our darker area colors for this apricot. So we're going to blend from the purple with the tangerine into the apricot, leaving that apricot as the highlight. Take that raisin and we're just going to darken this up a little bit. And then the burgundy. You have to make sure that you have your paper behind your picture. I didn't yesterday and I ended up doing a lot of erasing today. um, yeah, I am. Actually, I just joined it. I'm also on Emily Illustrates Discord. People keep on telling me I should make my own Discord, but it's just sometimes I get overwhelmed with all the different social medias. I've got Facebook, I've got Instagram now, something that I didn't ever think I'd have because I don't normally, I just never used it before, so. But now I got it. Alright, just going to put in a little bit more of the apricot. And then we're going to do around this arm in the orange. Well, tangerine, I guess it's called. We won't call it orange because it's tangerine. Yeah, I get really overwhelmed with all the social medias. A lot of them, like for example, Instagram. I don't know how to use Instagram very well because I can't do it just on the computer. You know, I don't normally do a lot of things on my cell phone, and in order to post on Instagram, it's all from your cell phone, and it took me forever to figure that out. My husband sits there going, "You're such a noob." I swear, you can see it in his eyes. He doesn't say it, but I swear that's what he's thinking. Well, I use my computer with Instagram to look at pictures and that sort of thing, but you can't upload to it on your computer. Well, at least I haven't been able to figure it out. But I don't have an iMac. I have a PC, so I don't have an Apple. No Apple products. Lisa, what'd I miss? Oh, okay. Oh, well, I don't have a business account. I just have a regular old account. I didn't even know they had a business account. That shows you how much I know about it. I didn't even know they had a business account setting. So I'm going through with Brazen and putting in some shadow areas on his head with the raisin. Ah, okay. Understandable. Yeah, once you get in there, it's pretty simple. It works just pretty much the same way that Facebook does. It's just a little bit more interactive, I guess. And you know, I haven't seen anybody use the voice chat in any of them, other than like Vikings channel and the Makers channels, where they use it all the time. But in the coloring community, I haven't seen anybody using the voice channels. I know that Corey does. I haven't been around in hers enough to see it happen. The voice channels are kind of cool. You can sit there and chat. Okay, so I'm going through and adding to the purple with a bit of the tangerine. Yeah, it does look way different. Yes, I have been doing that. Um, with my hugs because I have an album on Facebook that I have all my colored works of art in. So I have been posting them to that album plus Instagram. So I'm going through now with the um, apricot, and we'll build off of the apricot and get that tangerine in there a little bit darker. Oh, the sun has decided to make an appearance. Let me know if that light from the sun coming through is too much, because I have a slight little, I don't even know where it's coming from. It must be a separation in the curtain somewhere that's sending it in. I don't know where it's even coming from. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Rita, if you hit exclamation point email me, that will give you my email address. If you just shoot me a quick email so that I have your email address, that'd be great. I'm quite sure it's on your channel, but that's one of the easiest ways to do it. Alright, so I'm just using this tangerine to get that shadow area in his head there. Now we're just going to go back in with that apricot. and get that final layer in there. Now on his spots we're going to use the purples and the reds. So we're going to start with the burgundy. And he's got a couple down here that I colored orange. Oops. And then we're going to go in here and make sure that we have a good level of the purple. This is raisin for anybody that's coloring along. I'm just filling in the purple, making sure that all the white spot is gone because white spot drives me crazy. And I do embrace it on some things, but I want these guys to be nice and smooth. So Shannon, if you're listening and lurking, I do embrace it. I just not on these ones. All right, and there we have our little squids, and we're going to do the ground, which is under the water. So we're going to actually do it a bit greeny color because why not? Maybe they're sitting on some algae, some seaweed. We'll add a little bit of gray to it too. And then we're going to add some gray. And this is warm gray. Back. And now we're going to try to use this one. I'm going to sharpen it first. This one scares me because I sharpen it and it falls apart. Yeah, I keep on having to embrace that white, but you know, there's just certain ones that I can't embrace the white on. So I'm using the Holbein soft white. Just to put in some highlights. And there we have it. And the sun's glaring on it. I think we're going to put a little bit here too. And there we have our hug. Alright, so I'm going to switch you over to the main camera so you can see the hug nice and clear. It's so cute. It is actually a really, really pretty color for flowers and that sort of thing. Actually, the pink and the coral colors, the apricot kind of colors, is really pretty together too. They're actually squid. They're not aliens. I'm coloring them as squid. All right, Grandma, thank you. Sorry if you've already left. I missed it. Bye for now. But yeah, so there's our squid. And that is our hug for the day, and I will post that afterwards. And let's see how long that only took me an hour to do. It's a good thing that Benny's pretty cute and pretty quick looking, maybe. Although it took me an hour to do Benny's fur last time. Alright, so we need some blues for the Benny blue. So Benny blue is a grayscale. So I'll switch you over to the close-up here so we can see a close-up of Benny blue. Okay. And hopefully the light doesn't glare too much off of the grayscale ink that's already there. So we're going to start with Spectrum Blue. Maybe. Might actually start with Cobalt and then go to Spectrum Blue. Yes, Benny the cute. Absolutely. So we're going to start with Cobalt Blue. I don't look at the clock. I just know that somebody comes up after me. Hi, Alicia. Welcome, welcome. Yes, it is just such a wonderful book. I love it. I adore Benny Blue. So we're going to use Sky Blue as well as these dark blues. And we'll probably end up throwing in a blue here and a blue there and a blue everywhere. So, aw. Well, Melissa, you can definitely, do it for any month. You just have to, add the hashtag. It's all good. My hashtag for superheroes is Supers in September 2021. Okay, so we're going to start with the Cobalt Blue in these dark areas here. So the darkest areas where it looks the blackest, we're going to work with the Cobalt Blue. And then we're going to come up off of that with the Spectrum Blue. Into those medium areas. Not too concerned about his whiskers at this point because I'll be putting those back in with a white gel pen. Oh, that's a nice one too, yeah. Yeah, Benny Blue is the book. It's a grayscale coloring book by Christine Caron. Hold on a sec, I'll switch over to the main so you can see it. I have done a flip through on the channel. I do believe it is attached to another video though, so I'll quickly go through it here for you. It's really cute. There is two of them. She has two different ones. And I've colored a picture out of here already, but ooh. So yeah, Benny Blue is a adorable blue bunny who is just so cute. He's just so cute. And I'm just quickly flipping through. And the one we're working on is one of the last ones. And then there's sleepy time and nighttime. And then it goes into her other books. And that's Benny Blue. Yes, it's a very nice book. Ooh, nice. Welcome back, Alex. Can you pick me up pizza too? Can it be gluten free, Alex, and I'll come over for dinner? Yay! So I'm just going to go through with the sky blue, which is a lighter blue, and start doing a little bit of the softness around his ears, blending into that darker blue. Once again, I'm not worried about the whiskers. I will be coloring those in with a gel pen, so I'm not too concerned about them. Holbeins probably aren't the best idea for hair flicking, but they do color so pretty over grayscale, so they don't flick very well though. The good thing that Benny doesn't need a lot of flicking. And then we're going to take our medium blue and just color up into that light blue. Just blending those two together where need be. Adding a little bit of the flicking down here where his hair is. And blending that together as well. The one trick that you need to watch with grayscale when you're doing a grayscale is, especially one that has a lot of darker areas going into lighter areas, color your darker areas first with a good amount of color on them, and then do your lighter areas, and then take your darker color and just move it into the lighter area. That's the way I do it anyway, so that you can get that blend and cover up some of that black from the grayscale. Ooh, meat lovers and a giant cookie thing for dessert. That's not fun. Well, if the teenagers have a friend over, then I suppose. It is cuteness alert. So we're going to go back and start on this one over here. So we're going to start with the cobalt blue. And we're going to do this ear over here. Now, don't do what I just did. Let me find my eraser. So I'm going to erase that because that's not all ear. Some of that is cape. So his ear actually ends here. And it's hard to tell with two different things that are black. Okay, so I did the deepest part of the black in the cobalt blue, which is number 347. And then I'm going to build off of that a little bit with the spectrum blue. Just filling in those medium dark areas. But I'm not filling them in all the way because I'm going to be going over it with the sky blue, which is number 324. And then we're going to bring that spectrum blue back in and blend that into the sky blue. So that the sky blue is the highlight and the lightest color. Just doing little flicks around the edge here for his hair. For his fur standing up there. And then we're going to take that spectrum blue again, and we're just going to softly and gently blend it into that sky blue. Try to avoid leaving hard edges. Like so. Ooh, that sounds good too. Ambient, that sounds absolutely perfect actually. Oh, it sounds so good. Oh, now I'm hungry, guys. All of it sounds so good, and none of it I can eat. Then we're going to dust off everything. Now for his face, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to leave a lot of white space. So we're going to go in with the cobalt blue. No, that's spectrum. We're going to go in with the cobalt blue and just into the really dark areas. Now Benny Blue's face has a lot of white on it, so we're going to try to make sure that we don't overcome the white areas of his face with the blue. Alright, and then we're going to take the spectrum blue like so. Down here around the edge. And then we're going to take the light blue and blend it into that. Bring it down. And I'm just getting a little bit lighter handed as I get into an area where it looks like it's a majority white. And when I bring the white color in, I'll blend it into that blue a little bit darker. Mulberry 9.95 out of these. Let's see. I don't know if these have a mulberry. Where? Are you using Prismas or what are you using? Okay, yeah, if you're using a Prismacolor, yes, that is a pinky purple color. So again, just putting in that light blue. Bringing it down his cheeks here. Della! Hi, Della! Ooh. Okay, Della, I'm coming to your house too. I'm just gonna go to everybody's house. Alex, you're first. Oh my goodness. I know Della lives close by, and then we'll swing on over to Catherine's and yes, it does count as a shade of pink. It is in the pink spectrum. Here, I'll show you. So, pinks. It might be a purple. Let's see. Is it in this one or is it in this one? I would say it's a shade of pink. It's a pinky purple. That makes it a pink, right? So just going to extend that down. Blending that into that lighter blue. I had something weird on my page. Just blending in that dark blue into the light blue. And I'm just going to blend that light blue in a little bit more. And we're going to take the cobalt blue up here a little bit deeper. Does anybody else do this? You put down a layer of color, you think it's good, and then you start adding other colors and go, okay, well that color looks very dull now, and have to add more. This is, and it will be on, this is just a sneak peek of tomorrow's video. This is called an Adamus. And I'll switch it over to the main. This is one of the anniversary presents my husband gave me for our anniversary. And it's huge. It's fantastic. It gives like all different colors. Like I could probably do every color in the world with this with this thing. It's fantastic. It does pastel colors. It does on this side here it has your tints, and on this side here it has your shades and your tones. It's awesome. It's called Atomus. I will hold on a sec. I have it on my wish list. I'll grab it for you. Yeah, just take a second. I'll post it for you. New window. No. Oh well. Hopefully it didn't eliminate the window that I had. Alright. I know it was on there because he bought it off my wish list. Where did it go? Maybe he didn't buy it off my wish list. Very strange. It seems to no longer be on my wish list, so I will have to do a search here. Atomus color wheel. 18 colors. There we go. It's only $10. There you go. Yeah, usually I have it set to not remove it from my view because it ruins surprises for Christmas and stuff like that. So I don't know why it would have removed it, but I have it so it shouldn't do that because I've ruined a couple of Christmas presents that way. Okay, so I'm just using white and I'm going in to the white areas here, and then I'm going to take a gray and do the shadow areas. So now I'm going to take cool gray number 4. I'm just going to do those gray areas. For the shadows. Hi, Louise. How are you today? I hope your day is going well. dear, that's funny. All right, so we're going to go back in with the cobalt blue. And we're going to do Benny's body here. Just doing all those dark areas with the darkest blue. Oh, goodness. I think the dog is on the bed. And the husband is yelling at her to get off the bed. She is very furry, and she likes to leave all of her fluffies up on pillows, which in the middle of the night when you're trying to go to sleep and trying to breathe is not a fun thing to find in your nose. It makes sleeping very difficult. So I'm still working with that cobalt blue, and I'm just putting it in all of the deepest shadow areas around his belt, under his little arms, in the shadows of his cape there, on the inside of his legs, and the tops of his feet, and up under his toes, because everything's blue. Yes, the dog said no. She does not like. It's funny because she won't sleep on the bed with us when we're in the bed. Like, we don't mind her being down on the foot of the bed, but she won't sleep down on the foot of the bed. Instead, she has to crawl up onto the pillows, lay on the pillows, and pull the blankets up over top of herself. And if you've seen my dog, that is a hilarious yet very fuzzy concept. Because I don't have a small dog. And she will, on Bob's side of the bed, crawl right on into the bed. And I'm going to zoom that out because you're not getting the full picture of Benny. But she'll crawl right up onto the bed and leave fuzzies everywhere. Oh, thank you, Deb. Yeah, if she just stayed down at the foot of the bed, she'd be perfectly fine and we'd be fully allowing that. However, she crawls up onto Bob's side of the bed and sleeps with her head on his pillow and leaves fuzzies everywhere. She doesn't do it on my side of the bed, just Bob's. Every once in a while we'll catch her on my side of the bed, but not very often. And she won't get up into the bed with us. Like if we're in the bed, she's on the floor. So I'm just going through and adding to that dark blue with the spectrum blue. The first blue I used is cobalt blue. Now we're just going to add that spectrum blue into the medium areas. I'm not going all the way to the end of the medium area because I'm going to add that light blue and then I'm going to build into that light blue with the spectrum blue so it blends together properly. Yeah, that's the way Shyla does it. She sleeps like a human on the pillows. Pulls up the blankets under her chin and sleeps like a human on Bob's side of the bed. The only time that she's done that with me in the bed is when I was really sick. She would crawl in and sleep next to me. But most of the time, though, she just sleeps on the floor. Unless we're not in the room. And then if we're not in the room, then, she figures it's fair game. She gets the bed. So I'm going through with the sky blue. Your bird prefers the black widows. She picking colors for you too now, Yvonne? That'd be a good stream. I'd watch that. Fred and Wilma could care less about my coloring. They just walk across my books and go potty. There's paper there. I should go piddle. Charlotte gets all indignant if my pencils hit the floor. Yeah, mine's too big for a neck color. I think Shiloh would probably squish you to death if she crawled up on your neck. Shiloh doesn't cuddle very well. She doesn't like cuddling. She is definitely not a cuddle puppy. Alright, now we're just going to go back in with the spectrum blue. And the cobalt blue. Oh goodness, yeah, that's about what my dog wears too. About 100 pounds. I would not want her as a neck cuddler. She weigh too much for that. And I missed the foot. Missed this foot. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't keep an eye on that bird, she'll run off with them. Yeah, if I think Fred and Wilma has absolutely no care whatsoever for my coloring. They might run off with my pencils to chew on them, but that's about it. And go potty on my books, on my picture. Fred and Wilma, for people that don't know, are a pair of sugar gliders. For anyone that's new, that don't know what my pets are. And they're so cute. They're little stinkers though. I think I'm going to have to sharpen the light blue again. Definitely one of those build the color type pages. Go back in here with the dark blue. Of course, if I was doing this with Prismas, it'd be done already because you just squish, 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 and it's all done. But I hadn't been coloring with my Holbeins in a while. Hello, love. My hubby's home. He says hello. Oh, wow. Yeah, with rearranging furniture like that, I bet you did. That's funny. Yeah, Yvonne's moving some furniture around, rearranging her living room, so she's probably finding it all over the place. She sent me pictures earlier. It looks awesome. I have to get Bob onto printing me one of the new designs for the pencil holders because my design, the one I have that he designed, not this last design, but the design before, isn't thick enough to hold my Holbeins. So I need one that'll hold the Holbeins. But I like the prettiness of the one I have. But I've got some pretty filament coming in that I think I want him to print it with. I think Benny Blue's looking like Benny Blue now, not Benny Gray. Absolutely. Oh, Prismas, Prismas, Prismas. Yeah, they squish so pretty. I'm not great with them, but I do find that they work really well in coloring books and um, things like that. All right. Okay, Deb. Well, you take care. Thank you so much for coming in and saying hello and hanging out. I appreciate it. I will, of course, post some pictures on my Instagram of the hug and that sort of thing. I'm just going to grab my stubby. Let's see if we can. Just using a blender, Caran d'Ache blender, just to see if I need to put any more color on that, and I don't. So one leg down. Thank you, Lisa. Oh dear. And then I'm going to take the light blue and I'm going to sharpen it a bit. Okay, hurry back. And I'm just going to go into this area that I did the white in and just take that blue into it a little bit. Not going to eliminate the white, of course, because now it's white there, so but it will feather that blue down into it and up into it so that it doesn't look like there's a hard line there. And then we just take the blender. Yeah, I've been using every little stump of blender I have now because yeah, I've got spares, but they're going away. I don't like it. So once again, just gonna start building the color on this side and finish that color off. Make sure I get all the little dark areas on the edge. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Have a test pilot. I just, threw it all to the wind and said, well, if people like it, people like it. If people don't, I'm good with that too. So now I'm going in with the spectrum blue. So I went in with the cobalt blue on top of the sky blue. Now I'm going in with the spectrum blue, extending that medium blue area out, getting those shadows in there. And I'm putting a little bit more pressure on. Just to blend those colors together a little bit better. And we're going to take that light blue and we're just going to blend it all together. Ah, nobody heard that. That did not happen. I think I'm following Emily's footsteps and snapping pencils. Well, Ray will be on in half an hour. So the Ray, or Rhea, I think her name's Rhea. I may be calling her name wrong. It's probably Rhea. Or Rianne, or I just call her Ray. She will be live in half an hour. And of course, I will make sure that I put a link to her channel when it comes closer to that time so that we can all go over there and say hello and show her the love. because she is a fantastic, fantastic YouTube artist and colorist and just artist altogether. If you enjoy water medium, she is definitely one of the ones to watch because she is awesome with them. Yes, she would have. She would have called me out. Surprised that she's not here to call me out. I put too much pressure on it and it went snap. The Lyra blender, yeah. I like the Lyra blender a little, like especially on the Lyra stuff. The Lyra stuff, it works really good. The Splendor blender. But I can definitely tell I'm going to be using a lot more of whites and that sort of color for blending. Once all of these are gone. Although I did buy quite a few of them. I do have a hoard of them. And that is one thing I will call a hoard because I got frightened. I got worried. And every time I saw them come on sale, I bought them. So now I have 8 packages of them. Oh, I don't care about the hiring event. Oh, I don't know. If you're trying to use it the same way you use the Caran d'Ache ones, you're going to find that they're too hard and they're not going to smudge as well. Use it the same way you would a Derwent. Just you're able to smudge a little bit more with it, but use it the same way you would a Derwent. Okay, so your first blender was a Coronar. Um, I've used those. And I'm trying to remember if they're dry or if they're waxy. I think they're dry, where the Splendor blender is more waxy. So put a little bit more pressure on it. Yeah, the Prisma one is different. The Prisma one's horrible. I don't like that one either. uh, well, I won't say horrible. It has its uses. If I want to scratch color off of an area, I use the Prisma. But I have the Splendor blenders. They came with the Lyra. And I find that they work the best with light pressure. I don't think I have one out. Let me see. Oh, that's a Blick. I have so many blenders now. That's a Derwent. That's a... Nope, nope, nope. What's this one? Nope. Okay, so I don't have my Lara out. It's probably in the drawer. That's a burnisher. That's an eraser. Yeah, so I don't have one out right now. But I do have this one here, which is a Blick Studio, and it's very close to the Lyra. And when I use these, I find that just putting very little pressure on them works really well. The good thing about these kind of blenders is they're not heavily wax based. So when you go over something with them, you're not going to build up a lot of wax. The bad thing about them is if you put too much pressure, you're going to take off more color than you're blending. if that makes sense. But try lifting up your pressure on it and just go in small areas, small spots at a time. Once again, going in with the cobalt blue. Yeah, when I first started coloring, I didn't know what a blender was. It's like, how are you making everything so smooth and pretty? I use a blender. What is that? And then I found out what a blender was and went around and bought all of them because I had to find the right one. I thought you had to have different blenders for different pencils. Like, every set of pencils had its own blender. I found out I don't need that. Yeah, it does because it pulls the ink. Um, where's the? I have one here somewhere. I might have thrown it in the drawer. I keep it out because it does work for some areas. Um, Normally to scratch things off. But I may have stuck it in the drawer. It's really short, so. Oh, I know where it is. Here it is. So I keep it really, really blunt. Like I don't put a sharp edge on it. But what it does is it picks up, like if you're blending something that has a lot of ink behind it, say like this ear, there's a lot of ink in this part of the ear. So it's going to pick up, if you press hard, it's going to pick up that ink and it's going to move it into your picture. I find with the Splendor blender and the other blenders like that is you barely touch the paper with it, and you have to be really careful not to run over the lines with it because it will pick up that ink and move it around. Yeah. Yeah, the Caran d'Ache is the best. I used to have a Koh-i-Noor, but I think I used it up. I'm just fixing that blender area that I just scratched all the wax off of because that's what Prismas do. But if you're coloring something with a heavy pigment or a heavy ink, you're going to end up with a very dirty, dirty picture if you're going to color over that ink with your blender, because it's just going to pick up that ink and move it with the pencil. So basically you have to stay within the lines and away from any sort of ink. So if you're doing a grayscale, do not use your blender pencil, your Prisma blender pencil, because you will end up with a very dirty picture. Okay, I think I've got all the dark areas done. And all the medium areas done. That's what I find with the Prisma blender anyway. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. And hello, I think I missed you coming in. You're never late. You always get here at precisely when you intend to. And I've still got, 10 minutes left. A little over 10 minutes before Ray comes on. And I got the hug done, and I'm almost done with Benny. And of course, Saturday, remember Saturday is going to be Ashley Colors' birthday-a-thon. So I will be on later than I normally am. So I will be coming on 2 hours after my normal stream time. So at 10 a.m. I will not be on. There will be somebody else on. And at noon Pacific Standard Time is when I will be on. So 2 hours later than my normal time. And hopefully I'll be home for it. My husband is thinking about going camping, so it may be streamed from the camp yard, which for us going camping is kind of like glamping, so. And of course, next week, or not next week, next month, at the end of the month, well, middle of the month, the 15th, 16th, and 17th, is Emily Illustrates, is doing a Harry Potter-a-thon. And I will be coloring in that on the 16th. And I do believe I will be on later than my normal time frame with that as well. All right, I think we have at least Benny done. Oh, you're still waiting on your hug book. Do you want to see the hug for today? I did it. I'll show you the hug for today. There is today's hug. It's a squiddy hug. It's a squidding hug. I was going to do all the area underneath them black because of the ink, but I figured they aren't hugging each other hard enough to squish all the ink out. Yes, the Potterathon will be fun. The Colorathon for Ashley Colors' birthday is going to be a blast. Can't wait. And if we go camping, it should even be more interesting because I will be in the RV and hopefully have internet service. I'll be streaming from my phone, which should be interesting. I've done it before, so it's not that bad, but and I don't camp on in tents or anything like that, so I am a princess. I do require a bathroom, a shower, and a bed. All right. Yes, I did do that. Nobody saw it. Evelyn is not here. Even if she's lurking, she didn't see it. It didn't happen. Right. So I'm just going to blend Benny's cheeks here. And his ears. And we're going to put in some pink for his lips. Nobody saw it. It didn't happen. If any of you say it did, I will say, prove it. Doesn't matter that there's video. Do his little nose. have our little Benny Blue. Yeah, no, I don't tint. I am too old, too stiff, and too ill to tint. And that, and there's bugs. Rodents and bugs. No, thank you. All right. So I need to go here and here. And I am going to, ooh, she's coloring pretty things today. So Ray will be up in about 7 minutes. And I will post her channel here and pin it to her video that's coming up. So I will finish this up off stream. This one is also for the Facebook group. We have a coloring challenge going on this Facebook group for fall for supers in September, or supers fall for September, something like that. In our Facebook group, which is a event, a contest, which will be judged on the 1st. Yes, I need all the coloring books. So if you want to color something superhero-ish, color something fall, anything like that, get that into the album. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Need to have a camper. Sorry. Welcome back, Alex. So if you are in the Facebook group and want to join into the event that is going on in the Facebook group, of course, make sure that your fall or your superhero pictures that you have done this month are in the event album. If they're not in the event album, they won't be in there for judging, so they won't get judged. So please make sure that you have your superhero pictures in the event album so that they can be so that they can participate. Ooh, nice. Yeah, yeah. I have when I got sick, one of the requirements for me to actually leave the house was I had to have a bathroom with me in order to leave the house. So my husband used to enjoy going to the coast all the time, every weekend or every couple of weekends, whatever, just for a day trip and hanging out and, going down to the beach and having seafood, clam chowder, stuff like that. And I couldn't go with him. And that really upset him because he enjoyed going with me. So he bought an RV. So we ended up buying an RV so that we could do day trips and camping trips and stuff like that where I would be comfortable. So that is why we now have an RV, so that I could be comfortable and, pampered and color without having rain pouring on me while I'm trying to color, stuff like that. I'm going to have to look those up there, Lisa. I don't know if we'll have them out here. Lisa S. So, I have posted the link for Ray's channel. Ray will be starting in 4 minutes. So, please grab your drinks, grab your snacks. If you're already eating dinner, grab that too. And head on over to Ray's channel And she is coloring some beautiful looking lady there. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I will posh camp. It's all good. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you all very much for hanging out and being patient with the squid color and coloring Mr. Benny Blue here. I will finish him up and get him into the album. I've just got his eyes and his outfit to do, and I will get him into that album so that everybody can see it. Of course, remember to relax, color, and stay safe. Please go over to Ray's channel and hang out, and I will see you over there. I've just got to figure out something for dinner. Unless I go over to Alex. I'm just going to go over there and pick up dinner for the boys. All right, guys. Thank you all very much for joining me. Remember, if you want to, welcome, welcome. Oh, Manya, you made it. Thank you so much for joining and subscribing. I appreciate that. Of course, Ray will be starting soon, so I am going to close it up. But thank you very much for subscribing, Manya. Monya was streaming before I came over and to do my channel's stream, and the fire she was coloring is just gorgeous. So if you have any opportunities, go over to Monya Gates, her channel, and I have it pinned to the top of the chat there, Lisa. It's Rhea Colors, REA Colors. So, but if you have a chance, I'm going to be going back over to Monya's after Rhea's channel is done and take a look at and learn from her on how to color this fire because it was just gorgeous. Well, Yvonne, you should be going to bed. Good night. All right, everyone. If you want to support the channel, of course, hit the join button below the video. It will take you to the memberships, and you can, of course, join the memberships in any way that you feel you want to. The best way to support me, of course, is by hitting that like button and leaving me comments. Let me know. Yes, Monya Gates, the illustrator. Yes. Her channel is Color My Dreams by Monya Gates, and she's just fantastic. She's gorgeous. I love her work, and she has her own channel, and she shows us how to color like she does, and it's just phenomenal. I'm surprised that there are any Prismas left in the world with the way she colors with them, but she's just fantastic. All right, guys. Of course, remember to relax, color, and stay safe. And of course, I will see you over on Rhea's channel. All right, guys. Bye-bye for now.